is it? It is a developmental disability. It is a neurological disorder that impacts a child's ability to communicate and socialize.
As a service provider, we have this huge responsibility to create awareness about autism. And when we are talking about this, about the global consciousness and where the campaign for inclusive society is gaining its momentum, and we believe that every child has the rights to appropriate education beyond the diagnosis. So which means regardless whatever diagnosis they are, we believe that they have the rights to the appropriate education. So the role of the parents and the school authority is mandatory over here. So they need different ways of support to learn. So by now, everyone would have known the common characteristics of autism, right? So today we are going to learn about the core deficits and how it can help you to understand the spectrum better. Autism is basically a neurological disorder and generally it lasts throughout a person's life with the core deficits in the social and communication skills. So today we're going to look into the core deficits, which means what are the core deficits which is contributing to the characteristics of autism. Right, now we have 3 core deficits here to share with you. The first one is we're going to talk about theory of mind, executive function, and central coherence. So first we're going to look at theory of mind. So for this session, I need everyone to participate. We're going to project a picture here and we're going to ask you some questions and you need to answer it in the chat box. Right, so what do you see in this picture?
Just share a clue over here. A person is sitting on top of the tent instead of sleeping inside the tent.
Something different that you can see there. See that there are a couple of perspectives over here, correct? So can you see Jack has a mental state over here and Jill can mind read what Jack is thinking. And Jack has an embedded mind reading where he can think, I know what Jill is thinking, sharing the object of attention, of interest to others. So we all do it all the time, correct? Like when we are kids, when there are little kids, they were like, Mommy, look at this, Daddy, look at this. So there are 2 aspects in joint attention. One is gaze following and proto-declarative pointing, executive function. The executive function is an umbrella term for functions such as planning and working memory. So executive function is located in our frontal lobe and it's very crucial in keeping several tasks going on and at the same time switching tasks as well. So decision making and resolving conflicts. So executive function is very important for achieving goals, problem solving skills, memory, creative thinking, planning, flexible thinking and actions. Difference is the ability where you can understand the context and see the bigger picture. So it is our natural tendency to group things and perceive it as a whole. So we all have those ability where we can actually see everything as a whole. So in a normal cognitive system, we have this built-in propensity to form coherence and to generalize wide range of contexts as possible. So there is a scientist, and he's a behavioral scientist. He actually developed and coined a term that classifies individuals' perception into 2 types of perceptions.
Now coming to impairment in cognitive ability. So the question is, what is cognitive ability? What are we talking over here? So for example, this child, because has not achieved the cognitive developmental milestones on time, like walking, like talking, like interacting, like identifying different shapes, colors, objects in the environment. If they are not able to do that, and there is a severe cognitive delay. Cognitive delay or ability to acquire knowledge, there is a delay. Now because there is a delay, what we are seeing is they take longer to understand a new concept because we have to do a lot of background work to build the foundation for a new learning to take place. And hence we see 3 significant impairments in them when we're looking at a child on a spectrum of autism.
I'll just take the latter question first. It's just recently come from Ms. Veronica. She says, is there any way autism can be detected in a child while in the womb?
No. So far, research has not come to that point.
The next question is from Mr. Jason. It says, is it normal for a 2-year-old who's not talking, especially in these times after COVID?
Well, first we need to know what are the milestone development of the child, which is important. And when there are red flags, then there is a high concern where you need to actually address it. You need to take your child to the physician or the clinic psychologist to know what is why are the red flags are happening. Because yes, after pandemic, a lot of kids were exposed to gadgets, and that has caused them to be like more gadget addicted, and a lot of skills has not been developed. But any red flags that has been noticed, you have to address it as soon as possible.